This is Shannon Foster-Boline.
And this is Caitlyn Blum, and we are
Fostering Blooms.
Hi, friend.
Hi.
Let's learn about you. Let's get down and dirty with your garden background.
Okay.
Are you ready?
I'm so ready.
Okay.
I've got my emotional support Xena here.
Xena's here. Okay.
So, yeah,
okay.
I'm good.
First question.
Okay.
So, a wildfire is spreading across your property. That's devastating. Just start out the gate with a banger.
Oh my gosh.
I hope this never happens. I should preface it with
yeah,
that.
I hope that
Okay,
it does not
so a wildfire
Okay.
is spreading across your property. You have time to dig up one plant.
Oh my God.
Which plant is it?
Oh.
One.
Oh.
You can only pick one.
That is such a good question. Ooh. So if I was in my old house, it would have been this yellow peony, this Ito peony that Beth and Sophie gave me. But here, oh my gosh.
Why don't you dig that up and bring it with you?
I don't know. I thought, well, the person that we sold it to, like, I was going to go back and divide it is what we talked about.
That's right.
And it was kind of the time of year that it wasn't time to divide it or dig it up really because it was in bloom. So the new person who has it, though, she probably would let me, and it does need to be divided.
Can we go next
it's
week
Barzella.
and go get it?
Maybe. She wants me to come, like, prune her roses, so I could be like, hey, let's get it. So that would have been that one. Okay, but here. At this house, I think for right now, I'm really obsessed with this rose called Queen of Sweden. Like, out of all of my roses, for whatever, like...
Where's she from?
She's David Austin, and she's pink, and it's just... Her shape is perfect. Her color is perfect. Her bloom is perfect. She's in the cut garden area where the roses are. So I think right now that's what it would be today.
Okay. So maybe next week, if the fire catches next week, it could be another one.
Could be something else.
Okay.
Whew, that was a hard question.
Good answer.
Okay. All right, I'm ready.
Okay, next one. What is the story behind your love for gardening? Was there like a specific moment?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Person.
Yeah. No. So, it's funny because my dad was telling me the other day, he's like, I have no idea where you got this passion from because my parents didn't garden. I mean, the extent of it was my mom would buy a few things at like, Kmart, and because I'm, a little older. Yeah. So Kmart was Kmart. Pre-Walmart. And, put some things in the yard. And then I had to weed. She really didn't do any real gardening until I was well out of the house. And my dad didn't do it at all. So it really was when my ex-husband and I bought our first house, and I just really wanted to make it beautiful, and I didn't know anything. And back then you only had magazines and books. So go to the library, which I still go to the library to get books. It's a great way to not have to buy something if you just want to figure out if you want it.
And magazines.
First. And magazines. So it was organic gardening. I started off as an organic gardener, and I mean that was like my Bible. And I was really I wanted to do flowers and shrubs and create structure. And I don't know, maybe when I was 16, I went to England and I saw it there, but I kind of always just loved the cottage garden, arts and crafts, English style from the beginning.
Into another question.
Oh, God. See, I'm so ahead of the game. Okay.
Yes, you are.
So, yeah, it was when we got the first house. And I remember there was a little bit of a dispute because I wanted to start with flowers, and he was like, don't you think we should start with stuff we should eat first? And I'm like, beauty is just as important. Now, I mean,
beauty before eating.
Beauty before food.
But you can have both.
You can absolutely. And I do both now. And I did try to do a little both then, but I think it was the idea of creating this just beautiful space, and it was a cute little craftsman house. So it was great. And I failed so much. Like I killed so many plants. I can't even tell you.
That's what we do.
Oh yeah.
We thrive plants and we kill them
plants.
hard.
Yeah, hard killing. So
okay, good.
With wildfires. No
wildfires.
No, just by killing.
We'll have wildflowers.
Yes, we will.
No fires.
Correct. It's a terrifying question.
Okay, now you led into the next question. How would you describe your garden style in 3 words? That's hard.
That is really hard.
3 big words, and then you can expand on it.
Structured, classic, delightful. Yeah, and I feel like one thing for me is that a lot of times if you go, because I've seen some really beautiful gardens at this point in my life, and you can go to a garden, it can be beautiful, but it doesn't necessarily like delight and surprise you. And so I want people, as I develop out this space, I want people to be like, oh, ooh, you know, like you walk around the corner and you feel something like surprise and delight and a little bit of maybe unexpectedness. It moves you.
And it does. You wait till you see her garden.
You're sweet. Well, it's definitely in progress. And like they say, a garden's never done, but we are definitely early days. But, you know, I think I really love the arts and crafts style in England, which for you to understand what that means, it is a little more...
Describe it with, like, use your words to describe it. If we were looking at it, like, what does it make you feel? I'll just put it that way.
There's a sense of structure, but there's also a sense of wildness. So you get the balance between feeling like in a room, in a safe space, but also like this beautiful, free-flowing abundance. And I love the abundance, and I love just the texture and the abundance in that. And that whole movement was about creating something that wasn't so rigid, like the plants all in the same place and all the same color. And so that's what they were trying to do. And there is a lot of history we can talk about another time, but that's part of what I love about it, is just this just abundant, overflowing, but also structured. There's a structure to it. So it's not just like completely wild, because you'll find out I love shrubs.
You like shrubs?
Love shrubs.
Are you a shrub queen?
I'm not a queen, but I would love to be. I would love to be a shrub queen.
So the second part of that was what inspired that style, but it sounds like when you were 16 you went and you saw it for the first time.
I think so. Yeah, that was the first time I was really exposed to it, and we did in that
Was it
trip.
in any of your magazines or catalogs you looked at?
Yeah, we would get a little bit of that, but even then, and this is in the late 90s, so a lot of the cottage gardens were very...
It was in here.
Yeah, I know. It was
Cookie
really...
cutter.
Yeah, it was.
Suburban landscaping.
In the organic gardening world, at that point, they were doing a lot of more like, that's when some of the modern movements were moving up in the prairies and all that kind of stuff. And so I would get really excited with the cottage gardens, and then I would go look at it at the library or go to the bookstore and sit down and look at it and drink coffee and then put the book back because I couldn't afford to buy it. Because I had to buy the plants.
That's right. You have to afford the plants. Okay, that was good. Okay, so here's your next one. If you could only grow 5 plants for the rest of your life, what would they be?
Caitlyn.
You really limited me. I want to get to the core of like, what do you love? Like, what do you gravitate towards? You know, like, so 5.
Okay.
You can do a mix of veggies and flowers and or shrubs. You can't do 5 of each.
Okay. Yeah.
Or you could put it this way.
Mean. You're a mean person.
Your house is burning down.
Oh, no, quit burning my property down.
Fires.
She's burning all my things. Oh, my God.
And you have to grab 5 seed packets.
Okay. No, I'll tell you 5 plants. I'm going to tell you 5 plants. No. You know, I will say this, boxwood would have been one, but I'm very anxious about boxwood anymore, but I really that's my bonus plant because I still believe in you,
what
boxwood.
About
blight? Okay. I know, that's why I'm
episode.
saying
No,
it's like
go
not,
ahead.
okay, top 5. Absolutely have to have roses.
I
can't, I mean, I think I have like...
How many roses do you have?
I think I have about 24 right now, and it's not enough. I mean, I probably would love to put about at least 70 roses on this property, at least. So roses for sure.
We're gonna do a lot of roses this year.
Yeah, we are.
Really, I'll step on
garlic for sure.
Your green thumb.
Garlic.
Yeah. Oh, garlic. Okay.
You gotta have it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Roses, garlic.
The really cool thing is that the garlic goes with the roses. So if you put it with the roses, it's gonna help to protect them. So that's a good match. I think the other thing would be you. Like, not you, but you would be
Y-E-W.
And you're not limiting me to what kind of you. I'm just going to say you in general. So definitely some you. And then foxglove. I just love foxglove. Yeah. I can't be without some foxglove. And it's so good because it goes in different, sun and shade and all that stuff. And then my last one, this is so hard.
So roses, garlic...
You and foxglove.
So you're just going to eat garlic for the rest of your life then.
Yeah.
Pick another veggie.
Tomatoes.
It
has to be tomatoes. And I think that my bonus would be thyme because it's one of the first herbs that I plant. So it's but that's really a hard question.
I know.
Fortunately, that's not something we'll have to face, hopefully.
No, we don't. We get all the seeds, all the plants, and then no fires.
Yes.
Okay, next one. What's one gardening method or tool that you swear by?
Oh, this is a great question. It's going to be the Hori Hori.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so the Hori Hori, if you're listening and you don't know what a Hori Hori is, it has a handle. It's a hand tool, so it's probably 12 inches long total.
It's your garden sword.
Yeah, it is like a garden sword. It is like a garden sword. And it comes down, it's kind of a thicker metal piece, and it's jagged edged on one side and sharp at the tip. It's a little pointed and a little sharp on the other side. And it just is so great because you can dig holes to plant stuff. You can cut roots with it. Like the tip it's really, yeah. There's so many things. When I go out into the garden, I always have on my Duluth overalls, and I throw in. Duluth did not pay me to say that, but Duluth, if you'd like to pay me to say that, that's fine.
One day.
That'd be good because I'm buying a lot of overalls from them. But I put it in my back pocket. I have to have it.
Has it ever, like when you bend down?
No, it really hasn't. I have like a whole little system.
We'll see your system soon enough.
Phone, scissors, Hori Hori. Yeah, that's good. I got a whole thing.
That's good. Mm-hmm. Okay, so then what's one you'll never use again? What's like a shitty garden tool you hate?
Okay, let me think.
I'll give you mine. I know this isn't about me.
Oh,
but you know when you get like a trowel and it's so bendy and you like go to dig in the freaking dirt and it bends on you and you're like, darn it, why am I using this piece of shit?
Absolutely.
Sorry, go ahead.
I had a friend of mine who showed me his tools, and I'm like, you understand these are like children's tools, right? Like cheap children's tools, and that you should not. Please don't
with these.
I feel like the thing that people give me and I never use is those little like cultivating tine fork things. And it just, I know that there's probably like a real purpose for it, but it's not in my garden. There's not a real purpose for it.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
You know what? We're gonna figure out what that tool's really used for, and we'll report.
We should,
back.
yeah, we'll report back.
It
probably were seeds. Yeah, it probably would be good for that. But it's just, I mean, I can use the tip of my Hori Hori. Like, that's the thing. I'm a little bit of like Deb Perlman, Smitten Kitchen, but with garden tools. So like her thing in the kitchen is don't buy one-use things because it just takes up a lot of space.
You want universal tools. You're the biggest bang for your buck.
So I like tools that do a lot of different things for me.
I like that. Hori Hori.
Those were really good questions.
So I have more.
Oh my god. Okay, I think we have time for one more.
Okay, one more. Okay, let me pick my favorite one.
Because they don't want to listen to everything. They want to know about you.
We could do this for like an hour.
Now I'm going to go rewrite my questions because I didn't start anything with fires, just so you know.
Okay, that was kind. All right, last one then. Why are you doing this podcast? And what do you want people to take away from what do you have to share? So, first of all, the reason I'm doing this podcast is because we became friends and we were talking about all of our gardening stuff so much. I'm like, we just need to share our love with the world. I want to share our passion with the world because I actually am getting a little teary right now because I feel like when I talk about gardening with people, so many times they're just like, I have a black thumb. And I'm like, no, you don't. If you can keep your pet alive, if you can keep a human baby alive, if you can keep anything, like you can garden, you can grow a plant. If it's a house plant, if it's an outdoor plant, it doesn't matter what it is. I feel like I want people to know, regardless of what level they're at, like you can do this. And also it doesn't have to be hoity-toity, super posh. It should be accessible. It should be easy for everybody to go out there and experience the joy of growing something and then using it, whether it's a flower, whether it's a vegetable, it really doesn't matter what it is. I want you to be inspired. And here's the truth, like I'm not a horticulturist. No, neither am I.
Right? And I don't know everything.
We're just friends in the garden.
Exactly.
And obsessing over plants and seeds.
And then like how to cook what we just grew and how to flower arrange and how to use it in our life to make it life enhancing and better. We may get it wrong. I mean, we do. We're going to fail.
Oh, we will get it wrong.
And we'll tell you.
We're going to figure out how to get it right.
Obviously, we want to give you, good information so that you go garden and try things. We're not going to like, But I'd say, hey, like check your sources, right? Like check us too.
We do.
Hey, guess what? If you have a different experience or you have a tip or you have a great idea, send it to us. We'll try it out.
Hear it.
We'll talk about it. Like we're all about it. We're always learning. We don't know everything. Nobody does.
No.
So that's it. That's why.
I love that. Aww. People are going to grow along with us.
I know. It's so exciting. exciting.
Thanks for sharing,
Come
Shannon.
foster some blooms with
We're going
us.
to foster blooms.
Well, yeah, there's lots of blooms.
Oh,
Okay.
thank you.
Caitlyn, and your fiery questions.
Fire away.
Okay. All right.
Bye for now.
Bye. Want to hang out with your garden besties, Shannon and Caitlyn, some more? Then remember to like and subscribe to Fostering Blooms. And you can also follow us on Instagram at Fostering Blooms. See you in the next episode.